Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to be testing out some new makeup. So before we get into it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. So I recently did a quick trip to Ulta and purchased a ton of new makeup. Well, I shouldn't say a ton. I purchased quite a few things that I just really wanted to try out. And so I figured we would just do a chill get ready with me video today. So just to forewarn you, I am working off a new camera, so please bear with me through any growing pains I might be experiencing, but let's just get into trying on some new makeup. So the first thing I picked up is the new e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream. I picked up the shade Fair 120N. This is supposed to be full coverage, long lasting with a dewy finish, and include tremella mushroom and hyaluronic acid. This also has SPF 30. So I am excited that I was able to grab this from Ulta because this has sunscreen, it's not going to be in Canada for a while. So this does come in a pump. I actually really like these little squeezy tubes with a pump. There's just something about that for me. I hope the shade is right. I find Ulta lighting to be very hard to shade match, so I'm hoping this is good. It looks good to me though. I don't have a new primer, so I am just going in with the Cali Ray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer to start. And I have been really liking this one. I don't know if it's life-changing, but I have been really enjoying it. I was thinking about doing a full day wear test with this new e.l.f. foundation, but it's currently 3:30 in the afternoon, so I really don't have enough time. If you'd like to see a full day wear test, let me know because I can definitely do that. But today we're just trying it on and getting some initial thoughts. So I am just going to grab a sponge and take a little bit off my palette. It seems to be on the thicker side. It's a little light, but I think it will match my neck quite well. It's blending out quite quickly, which I love. I'm definitely very excited to see how this is going to wear throughout the afternoon and the evening, just because it's going on super nicely. I never tried the original e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I don't really know why. I don't gravitate toward e.l.f. products that much. It's not anything against the brand. I quite like their products. Every time I try them, I enjoy them. I just, for some reason, don't tend to get excited about their launches or their products. I did, however, recently try their lip oil and I love that. I feel like people are so split on it. Some people love it, some people are just not liking it at all. I love it. I think it's such a nice lip oil. Okay, so definitely a really nice coverage. I don't know if it's full coverage. I would give it medium. I do think the shade is a bit too light. I look a little bit like Casper, but that's okay. But so far it looks nice. It feels nice. It does feel a little bit tacky on the skin, so I'm going to definitely want to powder this down, but it doesn't feel at all heavy. It doesn't feel like I have foundation on. It just feels really nice, but when I touch my face, it does feel like it's going to transfer really quickly. I don't have a new concealer, so I'm just going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer, and part of the reason I grabbed this one is because I have the shade Too Fair, which is very light. And I'm just grabbing my BK Beauty A506. Okay, those shades turned out quite well together. So before I powder, I want to go in with the product I picked up for blush and bronzer. And this is the Stila Blush and Bronze Hydro Blur Cheek Duo. So I picked up Apricot and Golden. So this came in a few different color combinations, just depending on your skin tone. So this is what it looks like. It feels a lot lighter in the hand than it kind of looked in photos. This is the lightest color combo they had. So on one end you get a blush. It just looks like this. On the other end you get a cream bronzer. It just looks like this. So here are the two shades. Very pretty. They look like they're going to work quite well for me. Let's start on the bronzer side. I think first I'll try drawing it directly on the skin and see what happens. It just doesn't feel like it's in there very securely. I feel like that was a bad idea. I feel like it looks a bit patchy. I'm gonna go back in with my sponge lightly It definitely looks a bit patchy, so I am going to take it off the stick for the other side. That looks a little bit better. I'm still not sure I'm loving it though. I feel like it's been such a long time since Stila has come out with something that I'm really excited about, but this, I don't know. I don't know if this was worth the excitement for me. But honestly, I'm not loving the bronzer at this moment. It's better if you take it with a brush off the stick. That definitely worked better for me. That is what I'm gonna do with the blush for sure. It's just okay, in my opinion. Okay, let's go in to the blush. So the blush is a really, really pretty apricot shade. Oh, that's pretty. I do like the blush quite a bit. And for the blush, I actually just drew on the back of my hand like so, and then picked it up that way, just so that I could get an even coating all over the brush. So I do find these to be on the sheer side, but that makes them kind of easy to work with. I'm definitely preferring the blush a lot more to the bronzer. I will definitely keep testing that one out too for my thoughts. I don't have anything new for powder or brows, so I'm just going to do those quickly off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll get into the eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow, I picked up the ColourPop 1111 palette. So this is one that I've been wanting since it came out, and I kept trying to talk myself out of it, and I finally lost the battle. So this is what it looks like. It's so beautiful. I love this color story. I know it is such a neutral color story, but I love it so much. And I love that even though it is very neutral, it can also look very glam. I just think it's absolutely stunning. So I'm not doing anything too crazy today, but I do want to play. So I'm gonna start with this shade, Lucky Babe. I feel like it's been a while since I tried a new ColourPop palette as well. So this is kind of fun. I do just have concealer and powder on my lids already. Like I said, I'm filming a little bit later in the day, so I don't need it to last that long. This is a pretty transition. I just kind of want to build that shade on the outer corner a little bit, see if I can get the depth I'm looking for without going too deep. I think that's good enough. Again, I really just don't want to go too deep today. I want to keep it very simple. I'm going to take Balanced on a finger. And this is going to be my all over lid shade. This is super pretty. That's really pretty. And just really, really soft. Okay, I think I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Total Angel. And I am going to use a brush for this one. I'm just going to use that really icy shade on the inner corner. That's really icy, but that's really pretty. I like it. Maybe a little much, but I like it. Okay, that's really, really pretty. I can't wait to play with this palette a lot more. Okay, let me pop on some mascara and then we'll get into the lips. I have a few products I'm really, really excited about. Okay, so here is the finished eye look. Again, just very, very simple. For the lips, I have quite a few new products. I did pick up this set from Kosas. This is the Wet Set Undressed Duo. So you just get a lipstick and one of their wet glosses. I really wanted to try both of these formulas, but I don't think I'm going to try them today because I have some other products I'm excited about. So I did pick up one of the new NYX Line Loud lip liners. I picked up the shade Sassy. I also picked up one of their new Fat Oil Slick Click sticks. I have the shade Going Viral, and this one I just really wanted to try this formula. And I also picked up their new Duck Plump gloss in the shade Nude Swings. I wanted to try this, but I think I'm not going to try it today. Apparently this is super, super intense, so I might try it over on shorts to see what happens. But the girl that was working the cash gave me a warning about these. She said they were so, so intense, so to be careful and go in with a little bit at a time. So we're gonna see. I think I want to go in with the liner. So for the liner, like I mentioned, I have the shade Sassy. A little bit deep, but let's just see what happens. Ooh, it's really pretty actually. Very creamy. Okay, this lip liner formula I love. I'm hoping it's going to be long wearing as well because it's so creamy. It felt very, very comfortable. It doesn't have any drag. It is just a wooden pencil, but it's a very creamy pencil, but it does feel like it might be long wearing. So very excited about that. Let's try on this fat oil stick. So this is in the shade Going Viral. So just clicking this up and going, oh. Okay, I don't think I love it with that liner, but this seems like a really nice formula. Very comfortable, definitely feels very hydrating on the lips. I will say this is quite obviously supposed to be a dupe for the Tarte sticks. I think this is more pigmented, a little bit thicker, and a little bit less shiny. There's obviously still some shine here, but I do think it's less shiny than the Tarte. But overall, I really like it. I think I will definitely get a lot of use out of this. It's a very, very comfortable formula. I really like it. All right, let me zoom you out and then we'll go through a final run through of the products. All right, so I kind of like how this makeup look came out. Again, honestly, very, very simple. That's just the mood for today. So I'm happy with it. Let's talk about the products. The foundation so far, I'm really liking. So this, again, this is the e.l.f. Hydrating CC Cream. I quite like this. I think it gave a really nice medium coverage, feels very comfortable on the skin. It doesn't feel at all heavy. I did find that I needed to add powder because it did stay a little bit tacky to the touch, but otherwise it was just really, really comfortable. And so far it looks really good. So I'm happy about this. I'm hopeful that it's going to continue to wear well. The Stila Blush and Bronze Stick. I'm gonna need to try this out quite a bit more. I think it's pretty. I think the blush and the bronzer both are very pretty shades. I like the blush a lot more than the bronzer so far. I just found the bronzer to be a little bit patchy, but I'll obviously keep trying this in a few different ways to see if there's a way I can apply it that isn't patchy. As you saw when I applied directly to the skin, definitely patchy. It was a little bit better when I took it directly off the stick with the brush, but even then I still found that it wasn't the best cream bronzer I'd ever tried. So like I said, I will keep trying this and let you know my updated thoughts at the end of the month. I really do like the blush though. I think it's very, very pretty. It's still holding strong, so I'm hopeful that it's going to be quite long wearing. The ColourPop palette, I do think this is really pretty. It's their standard quality that I really enjoy. I do love ColourPop, but it has been a while since I tried anything new from them. So I was really excited to get my hands on this, even though I tried talking myself out of it so many times. I'm so glad I finally have it and I can't wait to play with it more. Today we obviously went very simple. That's just the mood I was in. But I will definitely continue to play with this and give you my thoughts at the end of the month, of course. Really love the lip liner. This is just a very creamy pencil liner, but it doesn't feel like it's going to slip and slide everywhere, which I'm really excited about. I can't really test today whether it's long wearing because I did put such a glossy product over top. I didn't love this shade with the fat oil stick, but I really enjoyed applying this. Again, it was just very, very easy to apply. I also really like the shade, so I'm hopeful. I really like this. The fat oil stick, love so far. Very creamy. I would say it still has a really nice shine, but it's definitely not as shiny as the Tarte sticks, so that's a main difference. I also think it's a little bit more pigmented than the Tarte sticks, so I find that interesting. Again, I don't love the color scheme that they pick out. To me, it just looks a little not the aesthetic I'm going for, but I'm actually seeing here now that it's describing itself as a shiny lip balm, and I think that's very accurate. It is very, very comfortable and very balmy feeling on the lips. So I really do like this. And that is it. Those are all of the products I tried out today. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these out. Are there any you're curious about? And again, let me know if you'd like a full wear test of the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream, because I can definitely do that as well. And that is it for me today. Thank you so very much for watching. If you're new here, I hope you will consider subscribing before you go. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!